Record. Did it.
The 17th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, so we we went over. We started to go over what we had done the day before. Just and we let's see. I didn't mark down over here where we got up to. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. So okay, so we can go. Let's go from Ravina Amar. Ravina Amar is Ravina Amar. Let's see here.
You're still on 101B?
No, I'm yeah, 101A.
Oh,
Oh,
101.
here it is.
Oh,
It's the third wide line. First word in line is Shitsava Bahu. The Gemora said about the
Amar.
an answer about the monkey. The monkey did all the work.
Okay. Ravina Amar, Ravina said, Hacha b'mayas kinan. What are we dealing with here? Kagon bit temer de chad v'sa manin de chad. Okay, so with the case of wool that belongs to one person and the dyed ingredients belong to another person. So in other words, he stole the ingredients from person two and made them into liquid and went ahead and dyed the wool of person number one.
Well, actually, here we're not talking about Gazela here.
No.
In other words, this is a totally fresh case. In other words, that Ravina is presenting here.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. The sai kuf kof the tav a le ha hu temer be ha nach samanin. Okay, so a monkey came and dyed the wool with those ingredients. So,
right.
So there's no human thief here. There's a monkey, and the monkey takes the ingredients and mixes them together and makes them into a liquid.
He stole ready. Not here. I'm talking about stealing now. Also, the monkey took the. It doesn't say that he made a dye. It just says that he colored the wool with the dye. So that
Okay, but it
it's a
says
little bit
the dye ingredients.
It was all prepared. It's a bit confusing. It is a bit confusing because it's the same word that we've been using all along. So we originally thought that he made it himself, the Goslin, and then we said no, he just stole it. It was already ready made. Seems like we're talking about a case where it was already um, ready made. I don't think we have to say the monkey took the raw ingredients and made it into dye. I don't think he's that. Maybe he is that smart. I don't know, but
According to the note, it says inquiry is not related to a case of robbery, Rashi, rather to a case where a monkey dyed one person's wool with another person's dye and rendered the wool more valuable than before.
Yeah, it's confusing to me because when they originally stated the case, like you said, it uses the same word. And it says he ground them and steeped them. So
yeah,
it's not the same thing though. What we're saying here is they've already been grounded and steeped, and they're in liquid form, and the monkey just came along and spilled the dye onto the wool.
right.
Okay. Yesh shevach samanin al gabe tzemer. Is there improvement from the dye on the wool? De amar le havli samanai digabach ninahu. And therefore the owner can say, the owner of the dye can say to the owner of the wool, give me my dye, for you have it.
Yeah, so he's yeah.
Ein shavach samanin al gabe tzemer. Or maybe there is not an improvement from the dye on the wool. Vamar leis lach gabe klum. And he says to him, that is, the owner of the wool can say to the owner of the dye, there is nothing of yours but by me. I have nothing of yours.
Right. Yeah, see, that's another thing that's confusing about this case. I think you translated it correctly according to the literal meaning of the words. Yesh shevach simonim al gabe tzemer or ein. It could be interpreted that is there improvement on the wool or not? But the way we're reading it is there's no question but that the wool is more valuable. But the question is that regarded, that dye which makes it more valuable, is that dye regarded as being physically present on the wool? Or is it not regarded as being physically present on the wool, in spite of the fact that it is worth more? But even though it's worth more, that doesn't necessarily mean that we say that the dye is there present on the wool, because we'll say that it's just a color over there. It's just it's not the dye. The dye is, so to speak, been, just like we said, the dye is absorbed in the ground and it's not here anymore. It's we don't have it. So the real issue over here is whether the dye is regarded as being be'en, is being in a physical, being physically present on the wool. And you see the Gemora is saying that in this case, where we don't have a goslin, so now we took away the complaint that the Gemora had with saying, what's it relevant anyway? Obviously, the Goslin stole it, and he's got to give back what he stole. And here we don't have that time over here. We can't go to the monkey and say, you can't go back to the monkey and say, hey, monkey, give me back that dye that you stole from me and put on the wool. You can't say that to the monkey. So the whole issue here is that the trouble that we had before has been taken away. And so the owner of the owner of wool, he doesn't the whether he's going to have to I don't know how he's going to. Yeah, let's take a look at, maybe we have some Rashi over here. Is there a Rashi? Rashi says, well, we have this inami, the tzava bahu kofa. That was actually the Ibois Ema before Ravina. Okay, so the one that relates to our case with Ravina is the next Rashi. Kegon the December the Chad v'Samanin the Chad.
I don't know. I don't see. Oh, here. Kagon December Dechad V'Simanin Dechad Kule. V'lav Le'agin Gazlan Keboye Le De'ain Khan Gezel. Okay, so it's not a matter of theft that kaboye is that it's needed.
Kaboy that we are asking about.
That we're asking about. Because there's no theft.
Yeah, there's no theft in this case.
I don't know. I don't recognize the next Rashi.
No, that's a further case. So
so all Rashi's clarifying is that there's no theft because it's a monkey.
Right. And yeah, there's no. So we see the next part of the Gemora now goes into the to a proof of to try to prove whether it is regarded as being on the wool or not. So it seems as though the Gemora is satisfied with the with the what Ravina said over here. That's what Ravina said now is going to answer for us why it is in the yeshiva they had a question about this this matter of whether dye on wool is regarded as being physically there or not. That was the question that was posed in the yeshiva, and the Gemara didn't know what the relevance of that question was. They didn't find until Ravina came along any or maybe the last couple suggestions also, but at least we're talking here about Ravina right now. Ravina's coming along and he's saying, I'll tell you why it is that the question that was posed in the yeshiva is a relevant question, that it's not just a philosophical inquiry that has no real practical bearing in halacha, which of course That's not what they talk about in yeshiva. So that's why the Gemara spent all this time and all this effort to try to figure out a case that would present a practical ramification to the question that was posed in the yeshiva, whether the dye on the wool is regarded as being physically there or not. So now we got this case. The practic so the Gemara said that if we say that yesh shevach samanim al gabi tzemer, that it is regarded as being physically present on the wool, so then the owner of the dye that the monkey took, he will be able to say to the owner of the wool, havli samanai the gabachninu, give me back my dye, because it is there physically present there on your wool, so give it back. It's true you didn't steal it, but it's not yours, it belongs to me, so give it back. So practically speaking, we said before, he won't be able to remove it from the wool and give it back to him. So what that'll mean is that he'll have to pay for the value of the wool, the value of the dye that's on his wool now, to the owner of the dye. Or do we say that no, it's not regarded as though it's physically present there, the dye on the wool, and in that case, the owner of the wool would be able to say to the owner of the dye, go jump in a lake. I don't have to give you anything. There's nothing here by me that belongs to you. So like that we don't have the issue of the gezel mixed in over here. We can understand the practical ramification of the question that was posed in the yeshiva. And so now the Gemora is going to go ahead and try to prove whether it is regarded as being physically there or not being regarded as physically there. It's going to try to prove that point from the sources that we have. Okay, so now we go to the proof, and we go to the Toshma, and we go to Alan. Would you like to read the Toshma? This is a Toshma in the middle of the page. I'm sorry, in the middle of the line. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines up from the bottom of 101A.
The bottom of the left-hand column.
Thank you, Roy.
101A3.
Toshma.
Mm-hmm.
Toshma, come learn resolution from the following Mishnah. Beged Shetabor Bikali pay or law Yideled. Come learn the resolution from the following Mishnah. A garment that was dyed with the peels of all the fruit must be set afire, for example, burned. More Chazor Milosor. Evidently, appearance is considered a significant factor, i.e., something present.
Okay, so here you have a case where they dyed they used dye that was that contained parts of fruit, the peel of the fruit from a fruit that was orla. Orla is a prohibition. The first 3 years of the years of the tree, the first 3 years of the tree. If during the first 3 years of the tree, if the tree grows fruit during that time, first 3 years from the time that it's been planted in the ground, so that's a prohibition of orla, not to eat such a fruit, and also not even to have any hana from the fruit. So over here, so we're talking about a beged that has been dyed with dyeing material from klipe orla, from fruit of orla. So like that, what does the Mishnah say? It's a Mishnah in Maseches Orla. Yidalek. There's nothing that you can do with this beged. You cannot wear it because you can't have any pleasure from the can't have any benefit from this beged. You can't wear it. You can't even sell it to a non-Jew either. That's also regarded as a benefit that you derived by selling the beged. So you're getting the proceeds of the you're benefiting from the orla. You're not allowed to. So the only thing that can be done with this beged to make sure that you don't violate the Torah prohibition is to yidalek. So what does this prove? What does this prove? So the Gemara says, Alma chazusa milsahi. We see here from this Mishnah that the chazusa, the appearance of the dye on the beged, is regarded as milsa. It's regarded as something concrete, and it's regarded as though it's physically there. It's not simply just a color. It's regarded as though the fruit, the extract of the fruit of the orla, is on the beged. So you got orla over here that you're getting benefit from. If it would be the case that we don't regard as though the color on the beged has anything to do with the orla fruit, because it's not regarded as being physically there, the orla fruit, it's just a color over there. So then we wouldn't have to burn the beged. We don't regard it as though there's any fruit of orla over there. But we're saying no, we do. We do burn the beged. So that the Gemara says that's a proof that we see that it is regarded as though there is a physical presence of the orla fruit on this beged, and therefore we cannot have any benefit from such a beged. Oh, and now the Gemara is going to, let's see, the Gemara has a comment over here. Maybe we're going to slug up this proof. Amar Rava. Roy, would you like to read?
Okay, so Amar Rava, Rava said, Ana'a hanira la'anaim asara Torah. With respect to aura, the Torah explicitly prohibited a benefit that is visible to the eyes. The Tanya, taught in the Brisa, Aralim la Yavail. The verse states, with respect to all of prohibition, its fruits shall be forbidden, and they shall not be eaten. Excuse me. Oh, I think that's right. I'm the only one that can answer, so. Hello? Oh, they hung up. States, with respect to all opposition, fruit shall be forbidden to you, they shall not be eaten. Where am I? For it's been taught in a brisa, Ola lo yavo, yavo. The first stage with respect to oil provision is fruit shall be forbidden to you, they shall not be eaten. Ainli ala isaru achala. From this I know only that there is a prohibition against eating ola. Menayin shall yana mepena. From where do I know that one may not benefit from it? Velo yitzba bo, nor die with it. Velo yedalik bo es haina, or nor kindle like a fuel, a lamp with it. Talmud Lomer, the Torah therefore states in the early part of the verse, or lim lo yachol. Oh, sorry, it states va'aral tem arloso es period or langim lo yachol. And you shall treat its foods as forbidden, and its fruit as forbidden, and they shall be forbidden to you, they shall not be eaten. The rabos es kulam, to include all of these in the prohibition. Means I think all of everything, the whole fruit and everything to do with it. I suppose.
Okay, so where do we learn? Where do there's no words in this pasuk. There's no words in this pasuk either that mention anything other than eating. It says Espirio arelim lo yeachel. He shouldn't eat it. So how is it that that Chazal understood from this pasuk that there's a prohibition of anything more than eating, if it didn't say that it's prohibited even to have any benefit from the orla? So
You referred to a previous brisa.
well, this is the brisa where we are learning. The Gemora says, the brisa says, "L'rabos es kulam." The Rabbo says kulam sounds like it's saying that to include all types of to include a prohibition against having any benefit from it as well.
All kinds of activities that could be done with it are prohibited.
Yeah, so what I'm pointing out is that the pasuk itself didn't say anything except repeating that you can't eat it. So how did the Bryson know that from this pasuk that this pasuk is coming to tell us also a prohibition against any type of benefit being derived, even a benefit by lighting your lamp with it, or coloring your wool with it, or any other type of a benefit to be derived from orla. How did where was it that the Brisa saw in this pasuk that that all these other benefits are also prohibited? And it must be that
The boss is Kulon.
well, that's the conclusion of the Brisa. But how did the Brisa know to say that? The Brisa, the Rabbo says kulam is where the Brisa is stating that from this pasuk we see the Rabbo says kulam to include all types of benefit as well, not just eating. But if you look at the words of the pasuk, the words of the pasuk just says lo yeachel. It says don't eat. So
what about the last part of what I said, where it says here, Talmud Lomer, Aralim Lo Yachol. Sorry, did the mistake again. Talmud Lomer, Va'arali, Va'alatem, Aralaso, Es, Barim, Aralim, Lo Yachol. And you shall treat its fruit, and the Torah states in the early part of the verse, you shall treat its fruit as forbidden, and they shall be forbidden to you. They shall not be eaten. To sorry, to include all of this in a prohibition. Is that pertinent?
okay, so yeah, maybe this is what you mean to say, that we need we're not going to learn this whole Tosus over here. This is the bottom Tosus over here.
It's a long one.
But essentially, what comes out from the Tosus is that Tosus is going to say over there in that long Tosus that we're not going to read, that if you look at this pasuk, this second pasuk, right, not the first pasuk. Oh, 1 second. It's actually the same. It's actually just one pasuk. Arelim lo yeachel. That's the last words of the pasuk. But if you look at this whole pasuk, this is a pasuk in Vayikra Yud Tes Chav Gimel. You probably have it on the side of your Gemora in the Torah Ora Sholem. If you take a look at this pasuk, it's in its entirety. You'll see, says Tosus, that you've got 3 references to the Orla, which are going to, and which is really you have 3 let's see if we could figure out the 3 parts of the pasuk that he's talking about. You have 3 ribuyim over here. First of all, it says arelim lo yeachel. So that's the last 3 words of the pasuk. So that for sure you can't eat. Can't eat. But in addition to that, it says in this pasuk, "V'araltem arlaso espirio shlosh shanim yiyeh lachem."
Where's that?
This is if you have a Torah Ora Sholem on the side of your Gemora.
Oh yeah.
The Torah Ora Sholem, the first pasuk there is the pasuk about Orla.
That's the one that starts V'chi Tovaru El Haaretz. Is that it?
Yeah. So Tosus finds in this pasuk, I guess we're not going to get so involved in this pasuk, but Tosfos finds in this pasuk 3 different ribuyim, 3 different extra references that the pasuk didn't need to make, that would seem to be superfluous. And from those 3 ribuyim, we're going to learn out all of the prohibitions that have to do with orla. So in the conclusion, the Tosfos says that one of these extra phrases is going to be learned. What one of the, I mean, the phrase that says arelim lo yeachel, that's not extra. That we need in order to know that it's usher to eat. But now the other phrases, for example, I'll just say one of them. Tosfos says in this very long Tosfos, he says the expression espirio espirio. It says espirio, and the s is coming lerabos, to include something, not only the pre, but something else as well. So that's one example of a place in the pasuk that you can include other prohibitions, not only eating. And so therefore Tosfos goes on to say that it is we have 3 different ribuyim in this pasuk. One of them tells me to include for a prohibition to have hana from the goof of the pri, not and one echad letzvia. One comes to tell me that you can't do dyeing or coloring with the extract of the fruit, even though that's only only an appearance on the fruit. And the echad lahadloka saner. One and then another riboy from the pasuk is coming to include for prohibition. You cannot use, let's say, oil from grapes from a tree that was in its 3rd year, the orla year, or even less than that. So the Bryce is telling us these 3 different prohibitions: eating, dyeing, and lighting with the oil of a orla fruit will be prohibited. So in other words, even though the Brisa doesn't tell us, only Tosfos is giving us his explanation of what the Brisa means. But just reading the words of the Brisa, we would have this question: where was it in the words of this pasuk that the Brisa understood that not only is eating prohibited, but also having a benefit from it as well is prohibited? And it's sort of similar to the prohibition of eating milk and meat. It doesn't say anywhere. We know that milk and meat. Not only can we not eat it, we also can't. We can't even give it to a non-Jew. We can't give it. We can't sell it. We can't do anything with it. It's also prohibited to have any benefit from it, even though it doesn't say anywhere specifically, explicitly in the Torah that that to have benefit from basar v'chalav is prohibited. You know what it says? There's 3 times in the Torah that it says lo yeachel in regard to basar b'cholav. And so the Gemora learns that why does it have to repeat it so many times? Don't eat it, don't eat it, don't eat it. One is to tell me don't eat it. Another is to tell me don't have any benefit from it. And another is to tell me, I forgot what it says, but there's another limud. And so now that's the same idea over here, based upon the ribuyim, the seemingly superfluous parts of the pasuk. We are going to learn these halachas of prohibition of benefit from. Okay, and now we're going to conclude because they started to drill, and no one can hear me anyway.
No one can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear.
I can hear you.
Okay.
It's
We
12:30.
wish our neighbors all the best and all of their efforts in improving their house should be met with great success.
And
Amen.
speedily in our days.
And we hope that they finish it very soon because it's been going
Amen.
on quite a long time already. Anyway, okay.
All right.
Everybody have a great day.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Be well. See you tomorrow. Mitzvah Shem.
Hey, bye Roy, bye Lou, bye Alan.
10:30 tomorrow, right, Rabbi?
Yes.
All right. See you, Alan. See you, Luke.